Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into something that, let's be honest, is on everyone's mind if you have a website. How do you actually get noticed online?
I mean, it's the big question, isn't it? You pour your heart and soul into building this amazing website, but then how do you get people to actually see it? Why is it that some sites just shoot to the top of Google, while others get buried on like page 10? Well, the answer comes down to one thing: strategy.
And that strategy, my friends, has a name: search engine optimization, or as we all know it, SEO. This is basically the engine that powers your online visibility.
You know, people often call SEO both an art and a science, and for good reason. It's not just about, some secret technical wizardry. It's really about creating something so valuable that search engines like Google want to show it to their users. It's all about making your site awesome for people and, at the same time, making it super clear for search algorithms to understand. Okay, and this is where we really get to the core of what we're talking about today. See, SEO isn't just one big monolithic thing. It really stands on two main pillars: what you do on your site and what happens off your site. These are your on-page SEO and off-page SEO. They're different, for sure, but they are absolutely part of the same mission. All right, so let's tackle that first pillar. And I want you to stick with me on this analogy because it really helps. Think of on-page SEO as building a house. It's everything you do to make that house strong, easy to get around in, and just a really great place to hang out. The key word here, and this is super important, is control. On-page SEO is all the stuff you do directly on your own website. You are the architect. You're the builder. You're the interior designer. You get to decide on every little detail, and you can change it whenever you want. So, what are the parts of this house? Well, first, you've got your foundation. That's your content quality. It has to be rock solid. Then you have keywords, which are kind of like the signs on each door telling you what room you're about to enter. Your meta tags, that's the little description on the real estate listing that makes people want to come inside. And things like a clean URL structure and smart internal links, those are your hallways, right? They connect everything and make it easy to navigate. And of course, you've got to make sure the place is user-friendly. That means fast-loading images and just a great overall user experience. It's about making your house a welcoming place for everyone who visits. Okay, so how do you actually do all that? The blueprint is actually pretty straightforward. Step one, and this is non-negotiable, is focusing on amazing, high-quality content that actually helps your audience. From there, you're optimizing your titles, making them catchy, keeping your URLs simple, and making sure your images don't slow everything down. Oh, and you link your pages together, logically. It's basically the checklist for building that perfect house.
All right, house is built. Let's move on to pillar number 2. If on-page SEO is your house, then off-page SEO, that's your reputation in the neighborhood. It's not about what you say about your house. It's about what all your neighbors are saying about it.
So this is all about signals from the outside world. It's how you build authority and trust. And here's the catch: you don't have direct control over it. I mean, you can influence it, for sure. But at the end of the day, it's all about what other people, other websites, people on social media, influencers are saying and doing. So, what does this reputation actually look like online? Well, the biggest piece of the puzzle is backlinks. The source material calls them votes of confidence, and I love that. It's perfect. A backlink is like a respected person in town pointing to your house and saying, yeah, that place is legit. But it's not just backlinks. It's also the buzz you're creating on social media when your brand gets mentioned, even without a link, and things like local reviews that build up your street cred. And you don't just sit back and hope for a good reputation, right? You have to build it. It's an active process. This means you're creating content that's so awesome, other people can't help but link to it. It means you're actually talking to people on social media, jumping into conversations in your industry, and building real relationships. That's how you get the entire neighborhood buzzing about your house. Okay, so we've got the house, that's on page, and we've got the reputation, that's off page. Now, a lot of people think it's an either-or situation. Should I focus on this or that? But that's exactly the wrong way to look at it. These two things aren't competitors, they're partners. This is where it all clicks. On-page SEO is you talking the talk, right? You're building an incredible house. Off-page SEO is getting the endorsement from the outside world that confirms your house is as amazing as you say it is. You absolutely need both. Think about it. A fantastic reputation can't make up for a house that's falling apart. And a perfect, beautiful house that nobody knows about or talks about, it's just going to sit there, empty.
And this is the dynamic you've got to remember. Your on-page work is your foundation. It's the core. Your off-page work is the amplifier. It's the megaphone that tells the entire world that your foundation is solid and worth checking out. One builds the quality, the other builds the credibility for that quality. It's a powerful feedback loop.
So that brings us to the big takeaway here, the main idea. You have to find the harmony between these two incredible forces. Look, the most effective strategies out there, the ones that really win, they don't pick a side. They don't choose on-page or off-page. They weave them together. They build that amazing house, and then they go out and do the hard work to build a stellar reputation for it. They just get it. These are two sides of the exact same coin, and they're both working toward the same goal. And let's wrap up with this final thought from the source material because it really says it all. At the end of the day, the goal isn't just to game the system and climb the rankings. It's about building something that truly resonates. You want a site that gives people real value, that earns their trust, and because of all that, it naturally deserves its place right there at the top.